guys. I think I'm here. I'll give it a minute. I'll give it a minute. Make sure audio's playing. It is. Now I don't know where the keys is. Listen. Alright. Don't really give a damn. He needs to get in the crew. The teams, the one-teners outwards and the pretend not one-teners and the whole group working over several social media platforms deep and blah 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 and doing all things. Probably a TMC, all of them together. They're trying to do a thing. Anyway, but since Benny's usually over the ice out, scheduling and ice skating in hell and all that, and pretending he's good at. Assuming he's going to need to ring about this. This is a problem. I mean, not for me, but for y'all. Like, I'm pretty sure Benny, what are you gonna do today? And I don't know who was directed at. I can't say, but pretty sure the other day that Benny gave coded warning to folks to stay on the path or something. And I skating in hell or tension victims, cycles, yada yada. I could see that applying to many, so you just never know who the fuck this group's targeting and what the fuck they're doing, but generally one can assume, you know. Then again, you just never know. There's always some sort of, people that are victimizing, terrorizing, tormenting, annihilating, destroying, etc. Innocent lives, witnesses, tampering with, inserting in, and making, quote, victims on the side of. So it's always toss up on who the fuck I mean, and, well, whatever. You just have to watch for all of it to compile. Anyway, so I'm I'm a little confused this morning because it would appear some people are not staying on the script. They're listening very well. Actually, maybe they are. I don't know. It is coming up on certain dates. Yeah, they've been trying hard. Sugar bitch and called these two nutbags from way back from the Scott H. Hansel Spaghetti Group. CZ, Z, crew, blah blah. I assume them somewhere now. Here the Nanner 6 Pennsylvania parasites. A crazy lady, but also let's use her creep, right? Because what's a little of all that, to this crew and playing people like they're gold with shit, and they aren't. Playing y'all like fucking fiddles, right? Anyway. Alright. So there's a few in here. And so I guess it's doing its thing now. Anyway. Ladies and gents, I just want to address some things this morning. Benny, really, somebody, whichever one of y'all is giving them super directives right now, You know what? Y'all always are. It's whatever, okay? Let's put a pin here and a note, though, that there's no trigger bitching that applies. Y'all gotta find a new fucking bag of bullshit. Whatever. This is just, honestly, I'd be better off not addressing this, at all. Because to me, it'd be funnier to wait a few days to see where they're gonna go with this. And then, metaphorically speaking, stomp a muddle in their ass online with, receipts and laugh. Laugh heavily, generously, and absolutely at their expense. Um, what I did this morning too, but it'd be funnier if I let it roll out for a few days, yeah. See where a group went with it, you know. And then pulled an entire no card. Alright. But yeah, I'm not about the no cards really, so because I ain't built like y'all. It's just how it is. And since when is there not anything right here about me, my life, etc. that y'all won't use to fuck with me? Seriously. Since when? Nada. But boy, y'all had like stub a toe or something, or whatever happened to y'all. Like, I don't know. The fridge door won't close, and it's like, oh god. Y'all get one baby dog. So like, ah. Taylor desperately would be contacting him, right? Anyway, look, um, I just, whatever. Um, it would be funnier for me to let this roll out. And Lord knows these two idiots, they're gonna be like, look what happened on Mr. Jerry. Type of bullshit about everything, okay? But, anyway, looks like several days ago, this one threatened to murder, a scanner. Have us murdered, Doc's location. Again. Oh, yeah. Keeps happening. It's tied back into that, post a while back. Also keeps, in nature, keep, putting, pictures for what since last year of my kid every few seconds of videos to make me or try to force me to look at videos to timestamp deal. And that's a special type of hell and psychological fucking around and emotional whatever in it. It is absolutely intentional distress, I'll tell you that. And you can see they're working in a group and doing it on and through federal means of communication. Just those two alone, they just be racking up the federal shit, you know. So, let alone the fact they work with all you know, one's feeding the other, and everybody's doing all the things, okay? But these two are very sick-minded motherfuckers. All right, both these crispy taters, and that they want to continue to possess and hold, maintain pictures of other people's minor children they're not supposed to, disseminate them, half nude wise, nobody's, and it looks like PA's playing that too. Oh no. Either way, it's pretty fucking gross. That a few weeks back, one of these nut jobs also said that Summer's name stood for smut, pretty goddamn disgusting. All while making posts by she was displeased at making like $7, $70 on 17 videos. Oh, alright, yeah, she really a summer, alright. Take note that one of these fucking nut jobs has been in and out of Florida's prison system and jail system so much that makes goddamn like most jail records and people and lifelong fucking criminal behavior look like a joke. Um, yeah, this is what the fuck we're dealing with around here. Alright? And that she's mostly a transient and has been known to come here back and forth and shit and is extraordinarily dangerous, doxing people's homes, threatening them with these, what she thinks are pretty vague, like, murder things. They're not. Doxing locations, possessing people's minor children in forms of nudity. Is pretty fucking disgusting. Equating Summer's name to smut is just fucking ridiculous. That she's already been called out 9 billion times, like she was during a helicopter cotton vid that Zig put up, and Zig was one of the most recent to actually be directing the particular nut job to get back to doing what she was doing during cycles of recently before Zig disappeared of yeah, get back to what you're doing and go threaten to murder Jody Cease more and what you're doing, da 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 da, and dox her, whatever. It's pretty telling, right? I don't know. So anyway, I just whatever, and it's doing it again. Looks like past day or two, whatever. So there's just the basics of things lately that I know about or even care about. Uh, um, no, I'm not high as anything. It's called cancer surgery speech disability. May you never have to try it out and see what it's like. Anyway, so anyway, here's the deal. And on that topic, alright. Oh, and didn't the thumbnail give you enough of a clue? Oh, wait. Is this one of those? Oh, it's one of those. Anyway. Bless Lord. Now, dear, I'm going to actually look it up. And I forget it's fucking. Holy shit. Hold on, give me a second. You're right, I do need coffee. Fuck me, the wrong place. Hold on. See, it's about how many shits y'all mean. On the average. And how much I watch. Fucking group of Jerry's. Give me a break. Now, don't get me wrong. I care a great deal that you keep doing shit to my kids, obviously, or that you possess nude images, that things that you're disseminating, holding photos legally, and doing whatever with them. Why not, but that'll be taken care of down the line. Things I've been, it's fun. Y'all don't worry. I got this. Anyway, so I was alerted to the thing. I assume it was meant to get my attention. That's SpongeBob narrator. Cue that dude. 13 hours later. Alright, so here's this post, right? I'm working on a new video. It's a good one. Cringe. It's old content 2022 from two different sources. Da 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 sources. Plus our friend, Nature can't grab her own catfish and nuts, came up with new information in an old text message. You don't come up with new info in an old text message. You mean you find another way to try to put out more propaganda and narratives you do that just for and with a group online. Directed by, openly and with one another. Wait for it. Blah, blah, blah. Waiting on orders to make orders. Shut the fuck up, you two. You are both pathetic. And so is the group running you. Y'all gotta find new something to do with your goddamn time. For real, other than trying to get people murdered, calling for them to be murdered, doxing their shit, holding images of their children nude and otherwise, and using minor photos illegal. Like, y'all gotta find something fucking new. Y'all gotta find a new obsession that doesn't lead to prison cells or pink Arpaio jails and shit. Motherfuckers. Sick, twisted, nasty pieces of shit. Scott, come get your no pants spaghetti crew motherfuckers you and Ziggy and your belts built on Parasite and shit. God damn. Anyway, one of DeezNutz came up with new information in an old text message between Jody, Sue, and Andy from June 15th, 2021. Which is fact. No, you don't just get to formulate a whole new fucking bag of bullshit. It ain't even new. That's the thing. This ain't even new. This is regurgitated horse shit. You don't get to do the propaganda thing and be like, it's new information. Because we came up with it. We just made it up out of our asses today to push us more propaganda and try to trigger bitch. During a June cycle, for Nan and crew to distract from the fact that Nan and crew are assertive, destructive, destroying ass motherfuckers, tampering and hindering with a group online and targeting every witness and everyone else around ground meats and demons and crossroad deals for years. No, we're not gonna do that, ladies and gents. We're just not. Fuck all y'all, including Nana. Anyway, Judas has been playing y'all about her cancer surgery and radiation for 5 years. Excuse me? Say what? I'm playing y'all. Hold up, you two dumbasses. How so? Because and by the way, you two dumbasses, I ain't been here for 5 years. Not online. You got some dates wrong. I love that y'all always be including dates to make the gullible look at your shit and think y'all know all the things and therefore da da da, but y'all got all your shit wrong, right? I ain't been here for 5 years. So anyway, and I ain't been playing motherfucking nobody. What the hell y'all talking about? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Make sure the sound's still working. Alright. Anyway. Let's go back to this stupid post. Alright, so Jonas has been playing out better cancer surgery and radiation treatments for 5 years. Excuse me? Wait a minute. You mean that, like, I'm confused. And you can't have it both ways. You can't. Y'all have tormented and put out all the propaganda, you two dumb bitches. Like the rest of this crew and creators and jackasses across the world insinuating that, oh, you know, like dumbass down here, I'm hiring a kite, I'm drunk, I'm intoxicated, da da da, can't understand me, I'm good, you know, to fuck with me every which way you can, regarding my cancer and speech disabilities and surgery. Right? Y'all are well aware of it. Ain't a secret. I'd say y'all been the one playing the entire goddamn public and world using my cancer, speech disabilities, and surgery for y'all's complaining about, man, 17 videos, only $70, and Summer's name means smut. Nasty ex-convict and just newly released again, fucking meth-tastic Floridian monkeys. Fuck you, dude. You know, y'all been using that shit for content. Um, anyway, but, yeah, I would love to know I've been doing that for 5 years. When I ain't been here for 5 years, y'all are, my new ladies, you're too good at this. Too good at this. Um, so y'all came in both ways. Which is it? Like, you trying to tell public now this ain't real, didn't happen? Like, I mean, it's pretty damn visible. I don't know where you two think you're going with this. After using it to say I'm slushed and shit faced and trash, listen to me garble and marble mouth. Torment and propaganda and errors by YouTube group. Now you're gonna go this direction? And what do you mean, radiation treatments? For 5 years. Okay, right. That makes perfect fucking sense. Um, and, oh, here you go. Here you go. They're gonna use another dead relative and, pain their ouch to trigger bitch, right? Ah! Anyway, her XYZ family member died in October of 20. That's when Jose Roman was on the hill. Almost 3 weeks before Don Wells got back from Utah. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Other than y'all just including it to try to trigger bitch mess. Like, and to put name, well, what the fuck? Hell's they got to do with anything? I don't know. Uh, okay. Her radiation treatments were way back then. Nowhere near to June 15th, 21, as we were led to believe. I'm sorry. The fuck? Nobody led y'all to believe anything, you dumb fucking assholes. Are y'all fucking don't answer. Just it don't matter. Uh do either of you two know about breakdowns and how long, and I know what they say on paperwork, but the life of certain radiation types and any of that. I'm gonna bet no. Right, I'm a bet no, and even if you do, it wouldn't matter, no, because you're gonna put up propaganda anyway. And what the fuck, once again, does that have to do with anything? Her radiation, and I'm sorry, uh, her radiation treatments should have been over by June 15th. Should have been? So you don't know exactly when. You're just assuming. Or is this that crew that tried to dig into, tried to access, pretend to be my doctors, pretend to be me? Some of y'all using your jobs illegally to try to access all this shit. Would that have been that crew? I don't know. Either way, the thing is, I think they would have used better wording there. But to say should have been over by, that would mean you are not. You're not certain. You're just assuming or putting out bullshit. And who are you to say when somebody's anything's over with, right? And here's the best part. Hold on, wait for it. She's been lying, garnering, or trying to collect sympathy from you. Sorry, say what? Yeah, no. She admitted she's been trying to protect Andy and protect other people from Andy. What the fuck? I guess it makes your goofy post sell to what amounts to the same 50 hive that just goes around hiving to see what y'all can come up with as a line and a narrative for the week or month or what to try to trigger bitch over or keep it going or distraction cycles around certain ideas, whatever. She also admitted that Andy has a broke dick and 2 different sexually transmitted diseases and blamed those on the lady next door. Sorry, what? Yeah, broke dick applies. And what? Are y'all trying to give me like no touch this card? Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, this makes me totally look like shit, y'all. Definitely. Go with this, Bender. You nut jobs. You mean a known admitted abuser, caught ass cheater, liar, dopehead, whatever, right? Further abusing a decades long partner and mother of his children at home with no immune system, undergoing treatment, beating on them, cheating with coleslaw, not giving a fuck about further health or death or anything else to that partner because he's a fucking man or any. Oh gosh. Yeah, this totally speaks to my character for sure. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's actually proven what I'm saying is true about most. Oh dear God. Oh dear. Yeah. I'm a survivor and a fighter of this type of monster. Damn me to hell, y'all. I'm a terrible human being. Uh-huh. It would appear y'all are. You know what? You two geniuses do you. Benny, they're giving me nah. You know, like, if I really wanted to do that, Benny, get your ass in here. Whoever's directing this shit show, Six, Parasite, The Crew, Scott, commit your goddamn spaghetti in your pants. Ziggy, afraid you get your paid silent asses the fuck back out here and quit playing this fucking bullshit game with Ryan and Six and taking the world on a ride, pretending all this shit. Ziggy, you stop this shit right now. This is ridiculous. Um, it's a strong possibility that Jody Superman was jealous of a 5-year-old girl. Excuse me? You nasty, sick, perverted, skanky fucking women who are passing around images of my own children, nude and possessing them while threatening and doxing us, etc., and with murder shit recently. While also coming up with the idea in your fucking perverted, nasty, gross minds down there in Florida and otherwise, okay, that Summer's name stands for smut. Y'all smell like two predatory females who might be just flicking your fucking beans to the worst crimes on earth about small children. Y'all seem like the perverted, nasty, skanky motherfuckers to me who be dreaming in child porn. Alright, it takes a special type of female to be passing around possessing images of other women's children, half nude form, and trying to continually and latching on to their minor children, especially certain genders of them, right? Their specialty freak in Florida. You seem like you have a goddamn bender to me over all these years, especially with my minor child, like in all forms. That's what you seem like to me, you predatory ass fucking convict bitch. Who can, I mean, like, you got a problem, bro. And you really sort of scary considering your transient fucking continual lifelong meth addiction, brain ain't working right, been in the pen 45 fucking times. I think you said, what, 14 or so? In Florida's actual prison system. Not the jail. And you do know the difference because you see, you've been what? In the jail down there in what, Polk? 40 sometimes? Should we go revisit the story you used to tell about, you and burying meth and all that shit around Polk? You want to? Why you complain about how much you're not making or making on all of our names, this bullshit in front, You're doing to all of us unintentionally? Hmm? I mean, come on. You two are some sick puppies, and the other nut is working with your ass and is okay with this shit, and both y'all doing this shit to people's minor children, especially this, y'all are disgusting. Y'all reek of full on fucking, like, Arctic fox type fucking predators to me, female or not. Excuse me, so what? It's a strong possibility Josie Bruno she'll. I mean, is this what you're doing at night? Is dreaming up child assaults in your head? Future, what? Are you serious? Or insinuating that a grown woman is jealous of a child? Are you crazy? Don't answer that either. You're as bad as goddamn Don B over there logged in under the wrong accounts, putting out CP and fucking B's chat. Like, come on now. And isn't this the narrative y'all use around Candace Jr.? Yeah, it is. Now you're just gonna go with her, huh? I'm sorry, all this gets nasty and gross, but it is what it is. We can't make it any better. I apologize for that. Also, take note that what's trying to be lifted off here, I guess, is insinuating that monsters doing things stuff, and therefore things wrong with him and transmission to her sleeping with Candace Sr. or Candace Jr. or something, or God knows what, none of which is true. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't. So, no, I think so. I don't think so. Anyway, let me tell you something. We're gonna go back and we're gonna revisit this stupid here, okay? I believe Benny warned you about this. Or maybe it's about something else, but this applies here. Um, let me see. The message that looks like you've been running the past, few years with different narratives on are the ones where he's talking to his boss, one of them, son of. Um, and I asked if he's showing the pictures this here. The pictures from the 14th. Yep. And stuff is what I was asking him. And he said, yeah, there are reasons we were talking about it. Anyway, but yeah, if you wanted, I don't know where y'all going with that. I guess you're insinuating there are pictures of somewhere or some such whatever. Well, that's pretty well fucking lunacy, don't you think? You'd have to be a goddamn gullible nutbag or otherwise to believe in that. You what? You just think he held or possessed images of children or whatever else? And what? Feds didn't have a hold of or were inserted in all the devices. Asshole deep to a giraffe would have just missed that. All the tech online that's meant to look for things like that wouldn't have grabbed it. It wouldn't have been hauled in by now. And the deep dives done on all this by the feds. No, really? You think the feds just also have seen those messages clearly? A fact. Fucking fact, D. I know they have pictures of those, and I know they do. Do you see me, you two nut jobs? And I know for fact they possess those same things that I put out online. Those messages that you elect are, oh, like you got them from somewhere, but I actually put them out on my Facebook. Anyway, that y'all are garbly gooking up narratives with. All right? Do you? I know for fact, absolute fact, the feds have those. Do you think they've seen, hey, did you show those pics to XYZ? And then they go, let's see what pics. And then they have the, like, see, this is the shit about, quote, true crime and how this group works. And the narratives, propaganda, those like this dipshit and other cohort and dipshit that clearly cahoot, but under a direction to do so and have been for years. If you stop and think about it too long or you know the facts, well, all their shit breaks down and crumbles like the fucking cookie of doom it is. But they hope this shit works on the public and creates done and gets us going and trigger bitches us and makes them some goddamn content that I guess this one can smoke up and the other one probably needs for cancer screenings herself. Because if you ever see that catfishing bitch, and you just might, looks like a dried up goddamn piece of fucking leather. And don't get me started on the thongs, the old lady grandma thongs hanging out of its fucking ass cheek pants in its yard. And that toasted ass bleached hair of it. Yeah. Don't get me started on that shit. Total catfishing. Alright? These two bitches need to get a fucking life. And a new fucking hobby. Anyway. So, anyway, yeah. Let me see here. And then what else they've been on lately? I don't. I ain't paid that much attention. I know she redid the murder thing recently in a more way. Try to do whatever for the group during this season. It is June after all. Now, fuck shit, whatever. And during everybody on the ground and upwards shooketh about planted things, linked with cornbread, chicken feet, YouTubers, black men, summer 110, all that. how things are shaking loose there. They always, this is their handy dandy notebook thing too, on top of that every year about this time. But right now they're a little shook up. They're also giving hands and surgery. If I were them, I wouldn't worry their pretty little heads about it. It's gonna turn out as is and whatever. Anyway, yeah, so which is fact, Austin. Andy talked to Austin on June 15th. Went, yeah, yeah, because that's his boss. He was on. It went to work, so I was like, "Did you show Austin the picture? Show him, not send him. Show him, because he was at fucking work." Da da da. Now, see, you two aren't too good at this. Can't have it both ways, right? Y'all been for years, you two nutbags going, oh, he was there, he was there, he was everywhere. What cameras? Andrew's on the road. You in that group, right? Well, here you are going, Andy talked to us on June 15th. Oh, you mean, uh-huh. You mean in person? At work? Showed him pictures at work? Oh, boy, you think the feds have those messages and talk? Oh, wait, they did. I have proof the feds went in and were as job and talked to all those two. Oh, dear. Oh, see, you seem to be making the case that all of you been aware all these years that none of us did shit, and there's proof of it, right? And that Andy was indeed at work. Ziggy, she's not too good at this. Ziggy, Andy's on the road. He's on the road. He went to work. Uh-oh. Oh, Ziggy, you sure you want her to continue getting back to what she was doing, Ziggy? Benny, sick, everybody else, parasite. Oh, fuck. See me making my case for me here. Well, damn. Ain't that something? So not only was Andy at work talking to this person and able to show him things person, with messages the feds absolutely have and absolutely know which pictures were, etc., and all this stuff. Yep. Which you think if they were anything nefarious, somebody be locked up for. Uh-oh. See, you two ain't too good at this propaganda job. I mean, I know you've been getting away with it for years under 60 names and 40 hours in raincoats, but see, now you can really just see you clearly. Uh-oh. See, this is called fucking up at the highest degree. Jodis has been playing y'all about her cancer surgery and radiation treatment for 5 years. No. No. Don't think so. Nah. Alright? For the most part, I keep my mouth shut about my private, personal health info and otherwise, because I know how y'all dig. I also know that I and medical teams have specialty protocols on shit now, and it's sort of a little baity for you motherfuckers to continue trying to access, get a hold of, fuck with, continue to lose your jobs or licenses over, and etc. Or tattletale win, and if I'm in certain places. It's my favorite game to play. So, anyway, and because after a while you get sick of it, I couldn't access services, doctors, places, go certain things because of you motherfuckers. Still really can't. If y'all catch wind of it first. So, anyway. No, I ain't been playing nobody for 5 years. I ain't been out here for 5 years. And once again, that's you all assuming a great deal of things, but also ignoring a whole hell of a lot of receipts, proof, and fact, isn't it? That if, and I know you two dummies have it, like all the things y'all download, we got all things on Facebook, right? Then y'all know damn good well what you're putting out is bullshit. And you're leaving out a whole fuck ton of receipts. You're also leaving out real receipts and vids available to the public, at least over here on YouTube. Right? Easily accessible. Boy, these two propaganda narrating nut jobs, they're really taking you out for a spin up. Look at this one from just what, 2, 3 years ago. Like, right?
Now at McDonald's.
After particular points, I learned not to do this, and I generally, even then, I would only upload these after I was out of
Sausage
Facebook
McMuffin was only 150. So stop dreaming.
because it wasn't that dumb.
So
Oh, okay. See, this one isn't 5 years ago. DeezNutz. It's on my YouTube. So I'm just kind of hanging around waiting on my infusions. They're gonna try to go get. Where at? Where was I doing that? Oh, at Oncology. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh shit! You two-bag special of propaganda in there to put. Oh dear. Bless. Some fluid special because my blood pressure is 80/53 and not coming back up, and my heart rate's funky. So I'm just gonna chill in today, guys. And I got the tiny ginger ales, y'all. That's tiny ginger ales. Oh, and let's not forget the receipts where McDonough was like somehow where they had their own cancer facility I was at. Tried to do a jump out boy on me there coming into town. Huh? Oh yeah, I bet that wasn't 5 years ago, no mess. Was it? You know, see the messages again between me, him, and Josh, or audio calls or anything. They don't. How about all those? Yeah, but does this mean in true crime territory? You wonder. Does this mean like kidnapper, murderer? I feel like we're. I was making fun of propaganda pushers even then, huh? You gotta find a way to laugh, even in the middle of oncology, right? Shit not going quite right. And how, like, Tiffany and the crew were like, look at that drink. I believe this was during that sun-kissed Fanta era of fuckery, where, and everything I ever do means something. It's profound. It's a new way to write narratives and propaganda, right? So I was making fun of that by being like, oh, I had a tiny ginger ale, and I was like, oh, wonder what it's going to mean this week. Kidnapper, murderer, yeah, whatever it is y'all want to make up, right? Like, Tim's like, look, she has an orange drink. And implying, I guess, nobody in the world could ever have an orange drink of any kind, though that bitch ended up being wrong, too. It was strawberry something. Hate that for her. Still do. But whatever. Whatever y'all say, right? Pocketbook versus wallet territory again with the soft drinks. Anyway, I'm gonna chill out with my super wonky blood pressure and heart rate and wait on fluids to be pushed so those will maybe stabilize so I can have my infusions. And ooh, I know what ginger ales are. They're mistress of the cornbread mafia. Thanks. Honey. There was making funny on your mistress of the cornbread mafia drink. You know, like shit too. Y'all always funny like that. All the years of narratives and propaganda I've dealt with. While even, oh, wait, going through treatments. Shit, and not 5 years ago. Ain't that something, D? So, strawberry lemonade, limited edition, Sunkist. Yeah, those are super sus. But they're like in, I guess, like kidnapper, murderer here. Yeah, DM. She's a big fan of targeting and terrorizing along with all y'all people going through treatment and cancer and disabilities and things. And as you can see, that's continuing throughout this year too. I don't know. I don't know if you all or something, but baby ginger ales because they're green. They're they're cornbread mafia for sure. Yeah, have to be right. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna wait on my fluids, and I got the masseuse chair again. I do. Look the heat. It's amazing. I love this thing. I do love those chairs, man. They are fucking amazing. They do all the massaging things. They have like the highest heat settings ever because you tend to freeze to death when you have certain types of issues or undergoing transfusions, infusions, hanging out, getting things.
I don't know if I can turn it around or not. Chopping it.
And these are obviously, know, I was in palliative care at that point.
I get the cool.
Look at the cold chair buttons. Can't miss the cold chair buttons. See, they only have those certain places, man.
It's crazy. Very, very therapeutic. Anyway, so, I've got a lamp. Always a lamp. Never use it. I don't know who does here. Anyway, so waiting on fluids to get flushed. That brings my blood pressure up and heart rate and stabilizes everything, hopefully. So I can.
Alright. Anyway, much like then, I'm still on this. Laugh as much as possible. Always laugh. It's the sweetest thing. Maya Angelou. I'm still laughing at you motherfuckers, and you're still continuing propaganda, especially concerning my health conditions, which I don't get on here every day and talk about, or y'all know more about them, which is kind of what this trigger bitch is about, right? Fuck you. That's what I say. Fuck you. Now, anyway, so there are many videos like this. There are receipts there all the years. And I know that these two nut jobs and the crew and all them holding them off Facebook, etc. I've talked about it many times. To assume when or where, what treatments or what was scheduled, what wasn't this, my private health information, etc. is pretty stupid on your own parts. But there are receipts out there. And oh, let's not forget the posts like where Don B over there decided to come along with my blood transfusions. He's like, who really gives a fuck? Okay, right? I don't know. Those almost just be me being like, yeah, right? And take fun note, I did not do those while in facilities. Those are after I came out because I ain't dumb bitch. And I still did things with them. Alright? But then again, Don B was tormenting the shit out of Christine too while she was dying of cancer. Y'all have habits around here. Alright? Y'all got some real bad habits. Anyway, if what you're trying to do is trigger bitch info for me about my health, whatever, and look, it was on Facebook before Summer vanished, so therefore not a what was I telepathic, clairvoyant? I just knew she was gonna like. So then I what? Uh, I don't know, and then like, did I get? I just need to know because you see, here's the thing. I know it's on Facebook, and I know y'all have it. Where and if y'all know how treatments or certain cancer, well, anybody, it doesn't matter. But if you got any of the processes worked, now they have to make sure things are clear, not clear, this and all that. Well, you'd have better sense than do what you're doing. But I guess it actually pays you on sense to make up bullshit instead. And go with it. Now look here. It's on Facebook and all that. So I know you hold it. I know it's been said by me early on and since, but at the time of everything, and because of COVID and peak, I had to wait a certain amount of time for certain meetings to take place and certain medical things to be done to see about certain things. So, and to figure out whether XYZ had done XYZ and da da da. Turns out things had not. And then I was scheduled for further. And then by the time one flew over the cuckoo's nest there, I was like, well, fuck it. And then other things transpired because of all the stress after June 15th and otherwise and all the bullshittery like essay change for other things, etc. So even Monster knows and was sitting with when was scheduled for more treatments, protocols of different varieties of uh, cancer treatments, you dumbasses. That is absolutely online and pictures of. So, would you like to be any more incorrect while putting out your propaganda bullshit? Would you? Also, throughout all the years, I mean, you just think I was like palliative and all that shit for funsies. Do you know why? I was like, meh, with that? I bet you don't. I bet you fucking really don't. And a whole lot of things transpired because you're always insertion and pretending to be this and accessing certain things to your fucking jobs, thinking you never be found out. Teehee and Birdie and Rohan, Allie, and doing whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So, and it's best to just keep lips sealed on that one. Anyway, so to assume anything about anything would be stupid. And to say that, well, here's my thing. Are y'all going on about how, uh, I've said I had a baby dose of radiation right about the time summer vanished? Uh, y'all stupid. That happened for certain reasons, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a patient, right? And I want to know what the hell any of that has to do with summer vanishing. Really, I do. I'll wait. I'll wait. Um, mm, and honestly, y'all have proven my point further, by the way, because see, during all these times of treatment and waiting for certain breakdowns and over time and waiting on teams to meet and all this, right? I could not be, because of my treatments around certain genders, children, especially female children, because it can harm them. Radiation can do that. So I couldn't be on my own, nor was I. Had to be a certain distance away. I extended my own, like, that breakdown doesn't break down like it. Y'all just need to do your research. Y'all need to become experts on radiation and treatments. Alright, Hans. Okay. So I was trying to be the most responsible person I could be. Right? And not increase risk to my own children, let alone anyone else's or other human beings. So here's the thing. Part of the reason why I wasn't of their eyes on more during certain periods is because, get this, no children. No children. Because they're risk and danger to them. Y'all know how and why? You fucking cancer treatment radiation experts, you. Hmm. You might want to go back and grab them receipts from the group on the vids or pics I was posting where I wasn't even around my own children and I was sad and heartbroken about it. But at a certain point, they could at least sit outside the cabin and we could play games within the semi-insured area and at least talk to one another again. And then they, eventually throughout all the month could move a little closer. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think if I was that safe from up that I would be around other people's children. You see how the eyes off sort of time period took place there? Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, Jose and all the weird shit's happening over there. Oh my god, right? Um, Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? So you got him proving my point here, and that nobody was over there hanging out, nobody was around the children at certain times, and yeah, y'all are doing a bang up job here today. And call me on it. Put out your propaganda, your narratives, and I'm gonna squash you about it. Okay, so love it. Um, and I don't recall ever once being there going, "Oh, kids do this, hit that good shit, need $1, cause fuck, oh, fuck." No, we ain't doing that either. I do recall a realm in which I came into where people were trying to pretend to have thyroid cancer or other cancers or what they knew about my health stuff to mimic it in order to try to get close to me or share stories of my besties or using fake stories of DV to get near me about mine and shit. Like abuser here who wants to cheat, beat, do all kinds of crazy shit. Well, cancers, all that. Yeah, I remember a bunch of y'all motherfuckers doing shit like that. Hey, buddies? Yeah. Y'all want me to name names? Real identities? Behind all the 40 hours and raincoats and bullshit names you are still even to do this shit in a group? I can. Y'all been on that with the hunting party 4 or 5 years. Well before we were public. And drawn here and manipulated with what? Oh my god, no, not images of my children and blackmail and bullshit and people hunting us and Cadis and dog feed us out from hour like 4 and y'all hunting the family groups and community groups and I don't know, and then drawing us in over the ways you do that even Coop and law enforcement and feds are aware of that you've done and redone in Sebastian's case, Layla's Hollands, all the ones prior to Summers, the ones since. The way in which y'all do the things usually includes images of children roaming up or threatening people's children or trigger bait. Yeah, y'all did that. Y'all did that with my minor child's photo and with my son at a dance. Y'all took that photo that is illegal to put it in one group. Oh yeah, and then once again it was, oh, he's XYZ, and he wasn't that person. And then it was if y'all been here long enough, right? Y'all still doing that old song and dance, huh? Same shit. Hit all the high notes, ladies. It's great. She admitted she's been trying to protect Andy. Excuse me? From what? Now, there's been a couple times I've been like, bro, green eyes. Or, hey, bro, did you catch what was planted up at a certain place that your own team trying to get your face off every day? It's also part of this tee planted shit or in here. It's getting her into this group's little shook about. I ain't never done it's fine, whatever. But, you mean shit like that? Might be, but it's mostly so it cuts down on bullshit around it. Like, but he gets paid too much for about like y'all do to play in it, play with it, and play for the team and whoever else. I ain't got time for none of that shit. Like you heard me told his ass. I ain't playing no goddamn TE games like him, Marlena, the Freds, the fuck up crew, the Grand Crew, Cornbread, Chicken Feeder, you goddamn YouTube bastards. I ain't here to play no goddamn games. Anyway, she also admitted that Andy has a broke neck. What do you mean admitted? You make it sound like I'd be. No, he had broke neck because he was fucking around with nasty shit like cold slow crap. And others. Along with her, she's too stupid to figure out. And two different, this, that, and yeah, okay. And, like I said, I believe you're giving me you're proving my points here. He's a monster of the DV piece of shit variety, following all the pamphlet behaviors, of a DV, etc. And he was doing that to not only a decades long partner, but one undergoing cancer and cancer treatments, etc., and no concern at all or welfare for their life. Just like Coleslaw was aware of and was that much of a skanky bitch. Wow. So use him abusing me in that way and not caring about my health as a weapon against me. Ouch. It really. Ow! I'll never survive. What? Anyway, and I do not blame those on the lady next door, unless you mean stall pump next door to his job, and about 40 others. But I know what you're implying, which is 110, and then you mentioned summer right after that. It's pretty gross on your two parts, especially right after. Last couple weeks when you've equated her name and said that it stands for and that Dawn named Summer Moon Utah Wells on purpose to stand for smut. I believe what we have here, ladies and gents, considering this woman is absolutely obsessed with my minor child, one which is a certain gender, and that one is a certain one. I mean, I think what we have here is a fucking predator on our hands, quite frankly. And one loony enough to attempt to continue to dox and to insinuate they're going to come here first and murder us or family, or putting it out to other nuts watching that maybe they should go do it and giving them addresses and things to do it. I find that pretty sick, and that they're doing it over federal means of communications. Yeah, you too. And clearly, as you can see, even in this post admitting they're working together to see how this is forming for you ladies. Do you get it yet? And that I know, let me make this clear, I know and have proof within Ziggy's part that you're being directed, have been for all these years, from Scott here from Boswell Hero Group already formed forward. Well, you see where we started to have a fucking problem over all these 5 years that you all have been here hunting, and I do mean hunting other humans around open and active cases with a well-formed group online who have been doing it for years in order to insert, destroy, da da da, and you're only worried about how many cents you're making per video while you hold and possess nudes and semi-nudes of other people's children, um, and disperse them, and then you make up scenarios in which grown adults that have done no such thing might be doing things to little children. And insinuate that on, oh dear. See, it seems to me you all might have some real sick fucking minds and be capable of the worst things, and obviously you have no problem trying to incite or others to go murder people, or insinuating that you're going to do it yourself, or putting people in harm's way on purpose, intentionally, with absolute malice and intent behind it. It's continuing rinse repeat cycling it, Benny. They're not listening to the ice skating, and hell orders, Benny. But so jealous of a 5-year-old girl. Homie, that is so disgusting. Alright, and that you all think in those terms is pretty disgusting. Uh, I don't never have lived my life in a way in which I'm jealous of anyone, but I don't know any other female or person that would be jealous of a child. See, out that's where you lose me. That's where I can tell your brains are working overtime, and y'all are really sitting there. Dear public, think about what it takes for people like this to think in this way in order to put out this type of propaganda. It means they're sitting there in whatever environment they're in, twiddling, going, maybe this grown adult did this to these children, or maybe this, or we can make up this scenario, whatever. And they have no, like, for most of us, it's like smashing into a brick wall. Even if they're in your face on headline news and things every day, Like, it's horrifying. So to sit there and to come up with stuff like this, or to be dwelling or think about it, is not normal. That is not how a normal mind works. Um, it's not. Uh, Especially for females, bro, and women and mother. Like, dude, that's so disgusting. It's like Don B with his CP fucking fantasy porn over coming out of the whoopsies Ron Candy son doing queens. But, like, do you know how twisted of a mind? Sit and think about it. For most of us, that like, we don't even want to see the headlines about this child was XYZ. So to have further thought upon, or to be dreaming up, or be like scenarios about children and grown adults, is that takes a special type of freak show. These are fucking full on female predators, y'all. And not only are they targeting witnesses and otherwise, but real patients, real this, real that, to drive narratives, da da da. But they are dreaming up scenarios in their head in which people are jealous of children, insinuating people have had relations with children, coming up with storylines for it, which means they're having to think this through ish. And they're also holding, possessing, and dispersing pictures and are very latched on to one of my children, as you can see throughout the last few years. Very latched on, but are holding, possessing legally anyway, no matter which way you cut it, pictures of my minor children, but especially one, and mostly nude at that, and dispersing it across the internet. And making up scenarios about some are insane, some are. I mean, like, these two are fucking full on predators of some sick, fucking twisted variety. Okay? And I don't know about you, but I don't go about my daily also putting out post docs of people trying to get them murdered, insinuating we'll come murder them, do any of that shit, right? Though if you listen to the propaganda on this motherfucker's shit all the time, it's that I've said something. I think one of them recently that I was made aware of was something about some lie about. I said something about parking lots and blowing people in. That is not true in the least. But yeah, not even remotely true in the least. But they do that so that the public or whatever losers watch them are the nutbags that truly can become dangerous and be incited to do the dangerous things they're wanting, like thinking we're guilty of something they've dreamed up, like this scenario, and then come and murder us over it after they're putting out our addresses and shit. You see how goddamn dangerous that is? Do you get it yet? And what I've been bitching about all these years that I have actually been here. This is why. But I don't know about you, but most of us with common sense and heart and soul would not do things like that to other individuals. Even as, I, I mean, even after all these years of undergoing and putting up with all this shit and these sort of bitches doing this to us, and not just my family, but others, and as much as I want justice to be served to these creators and upon them for what they've done, and all this federal communication ring shit, organized federal crime violating manner shit, definitely try to get us murdered, harmed, etc., torment us through on, I mean, you know, this angle and real life on us with the group formulated from Boswell Ford, etc., the McDonoughs, the whole nine. And from one hand itself and the targeting and intentional, the whole nine, right? And the little critters and locals helping them do it. I still do not put out their absolute addresses and make up scenario and I'm like, oh, go do this and swivel kick that and fire that and blah, 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 and watch out for blah, blah, blah to shut your door and blow you away shit like this one does. Or any of the rest, or Jenny and Adrian going, but this can get somebody and their child killed, so we keep putting it. And the next day doing it. I ain't a piper, I ain't a monster, I ain't this, I ain't that, doing it with Scotty Britches from the ground down. and Up and everything else through all the years, or Ziggy or Fred or any of that shit. And this is how low and dark and deep and how far they're willing to go to silence, even if it means our murders or deaths. What are y'all so worried about exactly? That you're willing to cause the death, harm, or murder of innocent individuals or witnesses around an open and active investigation. Mm-hmm. And why, in the recent weeks, have two posts been put out connected to locals from this nutbag, you know, and directed by Ziggy and Fred to bring shit and to give out certain and going this far again with the murder shit, you wonder. I mean, I have questions, man. And make no mistake, part of the group running this shit is Nana and them too from 110. I'm not blind or oblivious, nor have I ever been. And it's always been that while they all sit back there quietly with the Jennies, the Adrians, and then they do make appearances like the Audrey B stages or Audrey D or whatever that costs, DCS, all that. Well, then it's like, yeah, release the Kraken on all the children of Jody Susan. Let's tamper behind the scenes, and then I'll always be protected on 110, and nobody will ever do anything but say Nana or Saint, and nobody will ever hold the proof otherwise. Nana will get her face on TV, pretending to be Summer's hero, and she loves all the babies, and she'll skirt out of trouble by going, I need therapy. While her and Toaster and others have weird meet and greets in person and crossroad deals, you just never know, right? Change stories, fuck with other witnesses. Weird, vulnerable times. Just they all skirt around looking like fairy godmothers of summer bells. Tim Mullen is 75% trolling with Dawn, who loves YouTube, and what they made sure they didn't get hung for. Unless it's in front of real journalists. He's like, big bad YouTube. Job. Right? Hell with all this bullshit. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. But y'all are some sick, twisted motherfuckers. That's what I know. Anyway, I would like to. Where's Hell in a Handbasket? She always know when the swaps have taken place. And I know that's something they're trying to do recently, too. I hate that for all of you. Oh, but wait, don't I come on here and I'm like, I'm trying to garner and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's weird, because I ain't told y'all squat about nothing. Oh, that's odd. That's real odd. Yeah, I'm totally trying to garner stuff then, or sad fishing, or be like, it's a cash app. Things are going, right? See, you two nutbacks kind of proving my point here. But here's where I'm gonna leave you a bet card, you motherfucking loony bitches. Alright? I'm gonna bet you there's something. Right. And I know a few locals seen things here recently. Right. It's making some of y'all a little curious. Oh, Lord. Thing is, y'all can't really find anything, because, well, you've realized by this many years, even the things you clawed into are just full of shit. And don't know what you think they know and ain't close enough to ever know it, nor are they told anything, whatever. And if anything eats out of their piles and gets bigger, then see, I can laugh. Because I make sure that clawed in things ain't so well anything, even when they're super extra curious. Once you can't trust a motherfucker, you don't trust a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. So trigger bitching is really the only way I have for accessing things that now know people's jobs and charges may apply and licenses going to apply if they do certain things. And also, certain things are never put in anyway. But I'm going to leave you a bet card. I'm going to bet you on I don't know, an abundance of things. Very recently, that there's probably, I don't know, many appointments at certain places or things. Those must be totally bullshit though, and garnering. Cause boy, I've been out here for like days now. Just be like, I'm. Here's my private. Hit the cash out. I'm only making 17 cents for every 45 videos. Yeah, that's totally me. No, that'd be DeezNutz. So they're complaining about how you're not making enough. While you're being force fed fake views and all that and subs and shit. And your messy brains are cheese and rat in it. And you're getting paid handsome behind scenes while you play the lunatic subs fills and you put out all the propaganda and narratives. Now I'm gonna bet you two lousy bitches. Alright? Working with the crew and the crew that you don't want to touch this. I'm gonna bet you don't. Come on, Benny. Nina and crew. Let them do this. Let them do this. Hurry on, ladies. I'd love to say I'll get a nah. Can't touch this card off this shit, but I don't operate that way, and y'all never allowed one of those for me. Everything is touchable and fuckwithable, including, I guess, the, I don't know what, I don't know how one fakes missing parts, pieces, speeches, but whatever. Y'all used that, like I said. Really, you've proved all my fucking points here. You've proved that, well, Andy was at work. You've proved to anybody with half a brain cell they can stop and go, wait a minute. Huh. Feds actually have those messages. They're well known, have been online. And Jody Sue, so then they would probably look at whatever pictures he was showing his ball. Oh dear, and if there were anything nefarious, I would be under arrest for sure, so therefore not nefarious, and DeezNutz trying to feed his propaganda. Oh dear. Oh dear. And wait, so how was he on the road if he was at work? Oh no. How would Andy be responsible for that? He's at work with this guy and oh no. And if all these times on all those messages throughout the day, then how could he possibly? Oh shit! Oh shit! And wait, Andy's a DV monster, you say, and dangerous to people, etc., in a domestic situation or the public, at large, because well, it's some benders of those types. Anyway, and admitted he had a broken neck. Whatever you say. Anyway, so yeah, like, okay, I guess. I guess this is like, how in the fuck do you use the abuses? I mean, y'all have been for years, but how do you go, she's really trying to garner soothing milk, but then also go, Andy was cheating on her. Andy was doing this shit and coleslaw without concern for her health, undergoing all these things and treatments and no immune system and all that. And somehow Jody Sue was the devil because of that. I'll wait. I'll wait. Also, since y'all are also not experts on breakdowns this here and treatments, and I know y'all hold the receipts and things off Facebook and otherwise on dates when more treatments were announced, and as even the world can see over here. There are certain vids put up and pictures post throughout all these years where continuing things are, yeah, palliative care, no, yeah. Oh shit, it looks like you ladies are busted in your bullshit. And, I love all your trigger bitching, inclusion of names, people's deaths, trying to use my domestic violence, cancer surgery, and it seems like you all are actually the one using these things. The deaths of my family, the hurt, radiation I went through, treatments I've went through and going through, etc., health problems of mine, my domestic violence, my speech disabilities, abuses to me, etc., the vanishing of my next door neighbor, the trauma from that. Seems like y'all are the ones using that to garner things for yourselves while pumping out intentional propaganda and bullshit, huh, honeys? For all the years. All the years. Intentionally with Scott H. and Ziggy and Parasite, no doubt, right? And a well organized group, man. With absolute malice and intent behind it. Huh. But I'm glad you've, for thinking, man, made it clear Andy was at work and could not have been on the road on those dates and times and etc. I'm glad that you proved yourselves to be fucking liars and not experts and that you don't know all the things. I'm glad you're using people's family deaths for your content again and to try to trigger bitch that I am. I love that you also don't know exact dates of jack shit anything. Um, but I guess the takeaway is that it's y'all trying to use all these things that I've really lived through, survived, still trying to live through and survive. On top of trying to live through and survive, y'all inciting things that could cause our murder or harm to us, and absolute defamation, slander, libel, etc., while you're committing these crimes and federal crimes in a group manner online. Love it. And disseminating images that, clothed or not, you're not supposed to hold of other people's minor children. That's a crime in itself, you dumb twats. But holding and disseminating pictures of children uh, nude and semi-nude states and dispersing across the internet is a real big fucking no-no, you two dumb bitches. And yeah, Backwoods, I see you and how it lines up with the old Parasite over here. Now it should have started a month ago. Yawn. Missed me. Um, I was recently threatened in the past couple days with handcuffs again. Has that May type Z feel to it, but it ain't. It's Parasite's crew. Anyway, the Parasite that Six and another were conveniently over here 2x2 and advertising for is once again pretending she's crazy lady they don't associate with, but puts out 5 convenient videos for Six silly mate. To target Ziggy. That was wild, huh? But no, they never worked together. About like when Parasite and Ziggy and Six docked certain things last year. Vehicles and shit. Monster played that in Parasite's room. And then Six redid the whoopsies doxing again at a particular time of year again, right? As this group got wind that certain people might be trying to do certain things. For once! Yeah, Max Danger, right, you guys? Good luck with all that. Wrong ass bitches, as always. So, anyway, I'm glad you've actually proven all the points here and shown exactly who and what y'all are. And, well, you ain't doing you or the group any favors this shit show. And I love that you're all like, I'm sorry all this gets nasty and gross. you're sorry for coming up with all these scenarios and sitting there dreaming and thinking, and you and the other nutbag drooling over minor images of my child nude and summer and all these other things happening to children, and thinking of our Andy and anything like that, and y'all are fucking predators, bro. Y'all are sick. And I'm sorry, I'd still like to just, fucking awful it was for any of us here to watch or see you all. You who cares so much about the summer, they're one of the testicles of DeezNutz, right? Say that about summer and her name to equate it with the word smut and to say it's the reason she was named that. And to take her name away from her in that manner and to make it so sexually charged and disgusting. You always apologizing for how gross something is, right? But you're the one dreaming up these scenarios, making it so, and your mind can't get off of all that. While you appear to be making money off of. You dreamed up imaginary narrative driving scenarios getting paid for, and it's all you're really fucking worried about. So, pardon me if we're not buying your. I'm sorry all this gets gross. You are the gross. You fucking predatory, sick, child, predatory behavior, dreaming, weird, nasty motherfuckers. But I'll tell you what, that's one of those key moments throughout all these years that I've to see someone say Summer's name means smut. That's something else. To take her name away from her like that and imply it means something sexual. That was some type of gross, huh? It wasn't an accident, right? Just accidentally fell to your pile. It's propaganda. You didn't care to take her name away and to debase her in that type of way. Her beautiful little name. You made it into something filthy and gross. Your apologies, though, right? Your apologies for possessing and holding, maintaining, and dispersing um, other nudes of other children is their fucking apology there, too? Oh, it got gross, though, right? How about your continual insertion your and nature's working together of my minor child's same one you latched onto and dispersed and holding images of, right? Every few seconds of the video, even if it has nothing to do with that child or I. You're putting them in there as a form of emotional and intentional distress and psychological distress, so I have to watch the videos. No. No go, lady. And it shows what you're doing. That's not vague. And I'm telling you, it will show in court. And to others. As you two and many others are holding. From Green on us down, right? Parasite. From Ziggy, who was accessing things I didn't even know were open to the public. Way back on my Facebook crew of the Maymay crew that's now with her main crew and has been for years. Crew. These are images that were never open to the public, but Facebook changed. I didn't know that anyway. Thing is, even if someone's Facebook or otherwise is open to the public, you are still not legally allowed to download, possess, or maintain images of minor children, clothed, not clothed, in any state. You are not allowed to download, take, or disperse pictures. Alright? Let alone when they are nude, and then insinuate certain things, especially not. You are committing crimes against children online, ma'ams, in a federally organized, intentional, with malice manner. And I'll let the real elite instead of some predator hunters take care of that. See, y'all do carry the fuck on for all these years, dispersing and maintaining and holding those images and doing the things, targeting minor children, possess the images you are not supposed to. Heimwood, how die. Anyway, but yeah, I think you've actually proven everything I've been saying for all these years. Once we became Bellick and Ross, how you all as a group worked from Scotty Bridges, the Boswell crew, the other high profile crew, inserted, hunting us all down like goddamn animals with toe tags, using our children from the beginning to pull us in, and the well combined groups, just like Evan and I have been doing in many cases prior to Summers and did after, just like in Sebastian's with the same exact crew and the exact same people, and Trevor's and the McDonoughs and the Emmers and the Ryans and yep, Smileys. We know. We know the drill. So does law enforcement feds. Alright. And you realize all this is coming from someone who's extraordinarily dangerous. I mean, you just don't go visit prison, full on prison that many times, or go and get yourself incarcerated in jails that many times without being not okay in society, really. And clearly only here for money and don't give a damn what you do and get paid in the background. Clearly, at this point, Sugar, it should be apparent to you that this group is paid to pump up your views and shit falsely. And for you to do this, I'm sure you're aware since you're taking direction from Ziggy and Fred on Daniel. And it's weird this time in the last few weeks that you went on with this whole, hey, go killer at XYZ, Vague Rose Chocolates, doors, here's the address, shit, huh? There's plans, Ford and Fred, Ziggy, crew, Marlena, all that shit. Shit shaketh. Now Scott back here. One of his thems and those and his hard dick for loss. No questions. I don't know. And here I was all these years hoping that one day it would be your all's mugs. Sitting in picture format on his desk. For all your ringy rings. Hey, you never know. Maybe one day it will be. On his home desk while he enjoys retirement. You motherfuckers of true crime. Fuck all of y'all, man. Anyway, not trigger bitched, not taking a piss, the bait, we ain't gonna play distraction cycle. I don't need a neck touches. I don't need to garner shit. That's not what I've ever been here doing or I've done. I fought back against y'all's narratives and propaganda that I'm all jacked up and hiring a kite, right? Over here. Or drunk or whatever. You use that. See, I can't have it both ways. Yeah. I fought back heavily against that. You know? And those doing it. As you can see, even while I'm in oncology, having to do against your propaganda of the TM targeting cycles of other cancer patients. As you can still see, she does. Yeah. And my children, just much like y'all, it's the weak points, right? My dead family members, my cancer, my DV. I don't know, man. But like y'all are the ones doing that. Y'all are garnering the sense for yourselves. I've been fighting back against y'all using it in that manner, or using it to try to get close to us. And also making it clear to the public, you ought not make fun of or terrorize those with cancer. It ain't cool, and true crime's notorious for it. Like, true crime is notorious for using, blackmailing, fucking with DCS calls, fake this, reporting that, warfare using children, or trigger bitching or drawing in people via their children, holding their children over them, type of shit. Y'all are predators over here. I've been trying to make it clear to the public that all these things exist and that you all are doing them. And I'll be goddamned if every other day or sentence, y'all don't prove me goddamn right. Every goddamn day. And that I've been the only one out here for all these years going, this shit isn't right. It isn't right that in so many years, like TM for years and for summers, was known to terrorize cancer patients. Look at y'all now. I mean, Laura's done it now. Laura's terrorizing somebody else. That Don B over there terrorizing me, terrorizing Christine, even in her last days on Earth. You're terrorizing the shit out of this one, that one, the other. You're falsely calling and misusing services. You got motherfuckers back there like Nana and Audrey's illegally accessing the shit through their jobs. Information, medical rare, all the shit. Put them out to the crime court watching junkies, thinking they'll never be known or caught at that shit. You've got you motherfuckers doing shit to domestic violence. Like, I've been trying to make it clear for years that all the shit you all do, how you do it, what's propaganda, what's bullshit, to the public to show how critters like this work with and for this group and are left as a buffer system so the bigger critters get away with, while they clearly direct and are linked to these son of bitches, which makes it extraordinarily illegal and does violate federal law, etc. Puts them in a ring and like, you can't deny that. But I've been out here fighting against it and railing against it. That it's, it's terrible human behavior to make fun of other people's cancer, surgeries, disabilities, um, domestic violence, or to say people or women deserved it, or everybody's an Amber Heard, and then it's like most you, Clint. This is like, I'll ask for however long it takes. Y'all can say whatever you like. You can like me or not, but you give me one reason why it's okay and why this group never touched on the fact this dude's known, admitted, and proven to also abuse our children. I'll wait what they do to deserve that. But y'all be over here pounding around, sucking his asshole over it, and letting the public forget that, right? And anyway, so y'all, I've been out here calling this shit out, you know, and trying to support real survivors and fighters of all varieties, cancer, DV, etc., and trying to make others aware in quote true crime this is happening so that y'all don't take advantage of subs and viewers and people around the world in this way any longer and get your cents off on it. Okay? And while you destroy people's lives, reputations, etc., to degrees to where they can't even survive on their own or go out and, get out to be in public forums or not walking around with their children, not walking around without, potentially getting harmed or, well, murdered or shit inside against or hunted the fuck down or predated upon out in public because some lunatic believes they're responsible for some sick shit. Predators like you who dream in child porn, obviously, pump out upon them falsely in a group and an organized effort. So anyway, y'all keep proving me right, okay? And I will tell you, you really don't want to touch this. Because I am leaving that bet card there. Bet me, bitches. And I ain't trying to do no nah. You can't touch me. But bet. I will make you two look stupider than you've ever fucking looked in your life, along with the rest of the crew, in a very short manner if you continue down this pathway. And honestly, there's enough to already show how stupid you fucking are, what laughing stocks you fucking are. And what you're up to, for any who care to look and know and see the receipts or even do, which that's what y'all rely on though, right? 15-second viewers' attention spans, nobody doing research, nobody going back to my vids or anybody else's showing, hey, wait a minute, hold on, she been here for 5 years, oh wait, here she is in on oncology powder, oh shit, and wait, all of her medical stuff is, oh wait, she actually doesn't go on live streams and go, and she's never really been all that monetized and wasn't for several years, and then she never does anything monetization wise where it concerns any videos that are fully about Summer. If she speaks about, oh my god, what? Hell, even most of it to do about yelling. Like, 'cause I play songs and stuff. Hey, Di, Mom, when's the last time I even been online pulling shares or others over going, hey, I'll play a song, but y'all gotta give me $5 and then I'll play a banger. Y'all ever seen me that? No. So it's weird how y'all operate versus our business. The propaganda and narratives are old, alright? Um, but do continue. Do continue. I got some bad cards for you you ain't gonna like. Somebody get Helena. And yeah, that must be total sad fishing. That's why I'm in hoodie today. And y'all know I just leave shit hanging around anyway. You know, so yeah, Mud and I agree. Never have I done any such thing as what I was just talking about. So yeah, I think everybody who watches knows. But y'all rely on neck jobs. And really, at this point, all y'all are doing is feeding each other. It's the same 50 motherfuckers. Like the Janky Hips crew that watch each other and come up with whatever, and everybody shares all things. Y'all do all the things every day and plot and do the cahooting behind the scenes and wait for orders from headquarters like Shays, Parasites and PA, and all they've been sending down the pipeline with all that blackmailing shit from the beginning, right? Scott H, Ziggy, MGL, McDonough. Dirty work and dirty little buffer bees. Like I said, I'm telling you there, you catfishing, tanned ass piece of leather phone grandma. Keep it up. You too, you weird latched on to my child and they're simulated like in family settings. Picture motherfucker you. While trying to get us killed and doxing the fuck out of us the last few weeks. As things on the ground shaking. Somewhere around plenty of things between Fred, Montana, real cornbread, chicken feed. Might actually have something to do with something. You just never know. Huh. But boy, wouldn't y'all like to know. Y'all just know it's plenty okay. You just want clawed in or near something, don't you? Especially since 24 forward, huh? Around here, around Benny, around all the things. See how it works out for y'all. But do carry on with this shit fuckery. I will make you two in particular a laughing stock. Oh, too bad. Alright? I'm not here going, it's a game. Oh, wait. I've not come here. Oh, dear. And it's still here quietly as a back card. Weird, huh? Oh, dear. See, you just keep proving my point. Duh, duh, duh. So not garnering. Oh, dear, bless. Bless you two, for you've sinned mightily, and it's gross as fuck. You two buffer demons from hell. Anyway, carry on with the death threats, the murdery thing, the doxing, whatever this propaganda is. I don't give three fucks. Jerry, where? What? Look at her, she responds. Okay, it's a orange. Oh, no, wait, it's a strawberry drink. Oh no, she's drunker than shit. But wait, no, it's all fake. She's walked down to the 7-Eleven and got all this shit up. Yeah, okay. Let alone all the other shit y'all not known throughout the years. And still don't know. And Monster don't know to give in, nor does anybody else. You can't access certain things. Y'all been fucked up in the way back. I've obviously not been here going, Cash App, or y'all know all the things, wouldn't you? Oh dear. Well, sucks to be you. and wrong as fuck, and pushing out what is clearly narratives and propaganda again, huh? Yep, sucks to be you two motherfuckers, and I guess somebody did not give these guys good instructions lately. So you've proven why I was not, could not be, and there's receipts behind us not being around any children during certain periods because of my, oh dear. And there are real receipts and proof that radiation card, I'm sure feds and have that too, dears. There's real videos of me online throughout the years, posts throughout the years, having real treatments at places and things for things. So, oh my god. Damn blessed. Blessed. And so, no, I've not been out here with any of it going, but y'all keep using my cancer DV, the abuses towards me, the lack of concern for my well-being by monsters just like you all to make your all's money and cash apps, and while the group pumps you up with false views and subs that's still going under YouTube's radar, but eventually will die out, and you won't even be getting 17 cents a day for your 17 videos a day. You poor little things. And then eventually you won't matter anymore, and the group will stop paying you behind the scenes too, motherfuckers. So, y'all do you. Y'all do you. And boy, ain't that just set up your queens to let shit too over the years. That behind the scenes shit. Y'all better watch for that, you buffers. Anyway, but y'all doesn't know that too, right? Because you work with that crew too. It was the, oh yeah, that's right, everybody. Still got back cards for them too, motherfuckers. But yeah, can't wait. Y'all go right on ahead. Go ahead. So, essentially over here is these two fucking up. Andy was at work. Have pictures proving certain things on the forehead. Oh shit, and feds absolutely have to. Oh wait, and Jody Sue's posted those receipts where feds were there at work and talked to these same people that the feds also the messengers of where Andy and I are talking. Oh dear. And therefore, if anything nefarious were in pictures, oh, wah, wah, wah. A nuts filled in. See? And don't get me started. I am aware of their blue gate, red gate, blue bike, red bike shit. Right? Let me tell you, two are stupider than fuck all. Says Fred somebody else, but and I ain't fixing or correcting it for you anymore. But I will tell you the red gate, blue gate shit makes you look dumber and fuck too. For those of us who know, all right. Just like the red bike, blue bike frame or tank or anything else does. But there's so many wanting hands on so many different things for so many reasons right now. I don't know. I guess y'all go fucking fish somewhere. In the Shadowlands, it's fucking around with you, for you, and for some reason, chickens and corn seem to want to know about certain things that are a little concerning to me lately. Definitely things affiliated with certain planet things with a variety of shooketh lately. And fun fact, because I heard some things lately, made me think of something. You know, smart individuals do not necessarily, if they don't want things in certain settings, right, introduced into to where they can be requested by public or otherwise. You know what they do? They make sure others in the background of like the highest value know and have things and to where they're kept off of or out of public access or away from FOI requests. That's what the fuck smart motherfuckers do. And then because they know certain like trial junkies and shit come into certain situations, they keep everything at a basic bare minimum. So if there's nothing to gain and nothing to hear or see, while all those present are fully aware of the full situation. You know, it's like a need to know basis. Yeah, that's what smart motherfuckers do. Anyway, y'all carry on being you. Alright. But you gotta get these two bitches some better ice skates. It's all going to hell in a handbasket. Nanner, 6, TA Parasite crew. I don't know. Y'all, whatever. Y'all come get these two dumb bitches before I make y'all look any dumber. Alright. They're put out actually what's gonna, essentially, at least the way I read it, is gonna be, hey, look at what actually happened to JSP. Prove me right once again. Mm-hmm. Look at what true crime's actually doing to JSP. Once again. Keep proving me right, motherfuckers. Keep doing it. Keep showing the world what you are. Keep showing your real faces and what you really do here. Oh, I'll be your goddamn huckleberry. Right? I ought to rename this channel. Let me show you what true crime in quotation marks really does. How they really operate. Over 5 years hunting people down well before they're even public. With and for all fucking monsters most likely be responsible for in order to, you know, and cleanse their monstrous buttholes while they all make monster sense on. Well, certain people take exception to it all. Yeah. Let me show you how true crime and all it works in a ring format around all these high profile, active, ongoing investigations. With absolute intention to destroy them, with absolute malice behind it, for whatever the whole filler needs, money, etc., crypto, organized criminal intent is behind on what they all want, need, and etc. Let me show you how it works and with whom and what groups and people and let me show you the real identities of behind the fucking 40 names and the swaps of this and the Connies this and the Lynn's that and the Robins this and blah 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 and the Sunflowers and the ICUs and the McDonoughs and the Equal Searches and the Goodwill tiered funding system of fuckery and the crypto and swapping between politics and here. And let me show you all the real identities of all these motherfuckers fucking you around. Like the sleuthing in between the Bullhorn and the Cher and Quentin's. Let me show you what they do to the people like myself or Dylan's mom or, you know, or the babysitter or the Anons or the Jeremys or the innocent other children or teenagers or the food truck guy or others who drive similar vehicles in every case. Or, you know, let me show you what they do to vulnerable neighbors, the elderly, the dying, those already in traumas, those in DVL. Let me show you how they manipulate and trigger and use. And let me show you their fake police force and their fake feds and their fake CIA agents and their discords and how they combine all these things and means of communication and on the ground movements and locals in every case to get up to dirty work buffers and how the bigger guys skirt off with all the fucking shit and leave other people hanging. Or nut jobs getting by with it under the guise of, oh, we're just nut jobs. And police go, oh, it's just a nut job, turn it off. Let me show you what years of compiling looks like. Let me show you what true crime really is. It's mostly what you see in front of your face is fucking entertainment being enacted and done right in front of you every day in these high profile, active, ongoing investigations. And make no mistake about this, they're also tampering with justice once it's served and trying to overturn verdicts and continuing to, I mean, just miscarriages of justice all the way around, or, trying to ensure justice is never served. Let me show you how they all forget about the remains of children being left behind after they move on to another case. And they inserted so heavily in those cases that people are convicted, but the remains of these children are not quickly found enough times, so they're still out there, and you don't see any of them using their drones or their equipment they gained, to go back, look, or search, make sure those babies are brought home to rest and put to rest and at peace and tucked in warmly and given their last rites. Let me show you how instead they use those drones and bullshit for their fucking vacation park jogs like Jen and M, or fucking Don B droning or doing fish bullshit, or Betty using them for music video filming or anything. Let me show you. Let me show you what true crime really is. And how many victims they actually create and make in and around every high profile case. How they're even willing, like here, to attempt to get people murdered and try to incite that. I guess to get people to silence. To shut the fuck up. No matter what it takes. At all costs, right? Well, they make money off of it. Wildly enough, to cycles, too. Or while they or others, real criminal organizations, might feel shooketh. Damn weird timing on things. This year reeks, man. It does. Especially that courtroom. And others, from top to bottom, are a little shook. Well, and I would like to add a note here that I am fully aware that certain people have been visiting and asking about, how do you get to Sesame Street and Bays Mountain? Okay. Mm-hmm. And that people are acting pretty funky. Doing things out of character that they've never been known to do before. They're leaking. And what they're leaking is that true crime crazies have gotten all of them. They're trying to access certain things. They're trying to use these people to get near and stuff. So I just want to let y'all know that other things recently you think you've clawed into or whatever the game for ain't happening either. Alright, so you want to just call that a day. And I'm making sure that is completely severed and nose, man. Don't be acting out of character or odd. Well, have you ever thought about going and entirely fucking yourself? Have you? How many years you been on here fucking around with everybody? In how many cases? Jody, you showed up for the fuckery just like all the rest of them. I didn't show up for fuckery. I'm glad you want to run that propaganda, though. And I'm sorry, who are you again, Val? Why are you here? Exactly. Fucking around with all of us and these hot takes. Based on what creators who know none of us don't live here, all this shit. But Val, you've been around these streets long enough. You know what group you're working with and around and the shit you're pumping out to with the rest of them. You showed up with the rest of them. The rest of the group. For the fuckery. Alright? Because there's something wrong with you, Val. You sound mad that you got left in the dust. What? Excuse me? Left in the dust where? What are you implying? What? See, it don't make any sense. I don't understand what the fuck you even mean by that. Log the fuck off and do something else. I'm sorry, Val. I'm gonna remain here calling it your not Ace Ventura fuckery in these high profile active ongoing investigations for all these years, and the group that you follow around so amazingly throughout the years. I'm gonna remain here, not logged the fuck off, calling y'all out on your insertion and fuckery and the way in which they manipulate people and hunt them down. Alright? Um, and I would suggest you, ma'am, go get a goddamn life. Alright? And do something the fuck else besides fuck around with this group and fuck around people you do not know. Uh, with and for a group, fucking with them intentionally and drawing them in and trigger bitching and doing all the things that even law enforcement knows is real. Um, no, Val, you did. You inserted yourself as veer into our lives with your hot fucking takes and your own, like that bullshit there you put out, which is bullshit lies, propaganda, didn't communist, so on, blah, blah. You know the fucking truth, Val. You're defending the group and creators for doing it, though, aren't you, Val? You watch all the creators do this in the cases. When I see your dumbass not sucking the dicks of the creators like you've been doing for years, and then calling all of us whatever, I might believe anything comes through your stupid fucking Val. And where are you at now? Is that Sixes or is that Ziggy's or which butthole you sucking lately under this particular name? Huh? So spare me. And it doesn't matter. I'm not a creator either, pal. I'm a person. And I have a right to speak. And get this, unlike you, I have a right to speak upon living in Ben Hill. And everything else in and around our lives, our neighborhood, and our fucking road. You don't know any of us from Adam's house, Cat. You didn't live in there, did you? You didn't personally know any of us, did you? So, no, I think I fucking speak. It's you, ma'am, that has new motherfucking blue came here for the fuck. Who dares speak on us what? You want me to shut up till I'm real to the situation, but you want to stay out here with your hot takes and fuckery. Because your real life to it is this the shit happening to you? Was some of your next door never vanished? How about the DV? How about the cancer? All the shit at one time. Was this group hunting you down? Were Candace and Dawn and others feeding you out to the fucking wolves? Were Tiffany Marie and Fustos and hunting crew from Boswell Ford and Scott H's and Squalls and all that hunting you the fuck down? Interesting. Were they using the same formatted playbook they have in Sebastian's and everywhere else's feds, and obviously, as you can see, Coop or have the understanding of well combined trigger bitching? Was that you, ma'am? The leered here using your minor children's images, the on the ground fake bread with Sean Police Force by T.M. McDonough, all that shit, the grind stabs like crap, while you're vulnerable, was it your images of your no. Ma'am, I don't think any of this shit's happened to you, but you've played in it. You've helped it along through all the years. So no, I think I'll fucking remain here speaking about it and speaking about some of the bitches like you who suck creators' dicks and pretend nobody around these real situations has a right to speak. Um, and Val, I've not been here 5 years to speak. You dumbass. Um, and old shit, really? That post would prove you a fucking liar, Val, wouldn't it? And it was only a couple days ago she doxed and incited and like, oh, murder, murder. Yeah, that was so old. And then right. I love your propaganda though, Val. How much are they paying you for this fuckery today? Under this name. Miss me, Val, with your bullshit. I've put up with enough of it for years. Tell you what, make you do. When all these things occur to you, or you have a neighbor who goes missing or gets murdered, etc., and you get trigger based here and things used against you, Val, etc., I want you to think, I mean, like, seriously, which chances of that are about zero. But, you know, I'll tell you what. If anything I could ever miss you, you won't see me being like, oh, shut up. It's weird though, right, Val? You and your crew always want more and more and more and say this, say that, and well, but then y'all like, shut up. Yeah. See, right here proves my point, though. Just like these two dipshits proved my point today. You know, well, good for you, Val. You got proof and receipts on that. We'll wait. And I don't care how you get fucking paid, Val. And who knows what your job is? You mods, creators, fuckers of doom, they do that too. They get paid for that. Under 40 names. Val, you've been to many places over all the years, in many cases, for me to take you seriously, or for anybody with half a brain. Did I ask you if your job was great or not, Val? Did I? No, I didn't. I did not. I didn't. And I don't care, man. And last I checked, my living's not really made off here either, but kind of fucking proving my point, Val. Just like they did. Last I recall, never really been all that monetized. And wasn't for several years because, oh, wait, your favorite creator's fuckery and tampering was. Yeah. No. And I gotta tell you, since I'm one of the only ones on YouTube that's showing the real receipts, living does not YouTube make, man. So, ow. If that's what you're trying to insinuate, which I'm sure it is, yeah. Mm-hmm. Carry on, bud. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste my time with you. All of stuff, right know who you are and what you're doing and how you're doing it. And that you, much like these two nuts, I'm just and continue to prove me right. Now, what I am gonna do, Val, is block you from the room. You knew this moment was coming, right, Val? Okay. Because I don't have to put up with you. I'm not a creator and I'm not here for your version of discourse. Or propaganda or bullshit and they're trying to trigger me, man, blah, blah. Anybody ever noticed through all the years they try to do that at the end of live streams too when they don't have all of it videoed yet or recorded, or when they want to make it about bullshit, get their last vestiges of propaganda or narratives in and seeded real good at the end of my lives. That way I have to go back through regurgitated old nonsense and then I might get off track for 6 hours and then what I've been really trying to say, etc., lost in all of like 6 hours arguing with these dumb bastards at the end of chats. You ever notice they do it on purpose? It's a form of manipulation. They had to draw out lives for longer and then it to sound regurgitated, redundant, etc., right? And for the message and all that to be lost and the truth and for nobody to hear. And so that's why you see those throughout all the years like Val come in at the end stage. It's a very lip blocky type of thing too. Yeah, I've been dealing with this shit for years, y'all. Rinse, repeat. Ice skates and hell. Nobody's paying attention to the blackouts. Like, y'all gotta stop this. But once again, see that shit right there that they do at the end of, and that it's back right now. While I was talking about these two nuts, because lately it's not been happening so much, unless they're not done recording on the Trojan Horse Friday. That right there is a very old tactic they've always used, and to make me, especially when they can still sort of trigger me in ways, argue them, make every streaming the same, make me seem like I'm rude or just an asshole to a random person, and that way people are like, oh god, look how evil this person is. Look how JSP's mean. The chats are randoms online and da da da. And she'll block it, da da da. And, you know, you see, it's all. But no, no, I'm just totally wrong. I'm just nothing's being done here, folks. They don't keep proving me right. They don't keep using the same tactics. That notebook, nobody's doing any such thing to me, but yet I just showed you throughout this they clearly are. That's odd. Same shit, different day, guys. Huh? Alright, well, I'm not going to waste my time on date, Val. I'm going to need you to go back and suck whoever much for second this week. And I believe you did move over lockdowns. I've seen there sixes. You left a zig, at least in this thing, and everywhere else. So, I mean, it's too many years of you, lady. Go do something. Find a new hobby. Quit terrorizing and helping with fuckery surrounding people that are real life to these situations, that really live them. While you have your hot takes, and you always want to speak more. You want to shut up. And you are pro-creator, but love getting off on the damages and real life harm and terror and crimes they commit and insertion methods and hunting methods in each crime. You, ma'am, are the one that needs to log the fuck off and get a goddamn hobby. Alright. Weirdo, predator, creepy web sleuth ass, wannabe grandma, hobbyist, doom units. Alright. Anyway, y'all, I am out of here this morning. I've got flowers to plant. I'm going to enjoy the sunshine. I'm going to go check on some blackberries. I'm going to enjoy the little things and the good things today. Y'all enjoy your eye-scaring distractions like whatever, targeting, I don't know, Jerry this, Jerry that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, y'all just proved me right again. You also proved Andy went on the road. You proved to any thinking mind that, well, those pictures couldn't be nefarious. That you're trying to now make up a new narrative about. You've proven the DV and how far Monster and Cults on how bad and terrible people they are. Somehow trying to use it to make me look bad. That's hot take. Also insinuating your CP. Dreaming ass. Like, y'all just... Yeah, you're proving to be the predators you seem to be while holding and dispersing images of new children across line and shit. And taking Summer's name away from her as well, and saying it stands for smut. While you're holding up and saying daily prayers, but complaining about your 17 cents a day for 70 videos. Yeah, meth monkey in Florida, ex-con, prison 14, 15 times, and in jail dinner, poke 40 or so times, even released in the last little bit, which is why it was back online, suddenly doing this. Again, in a cycle towards me and Ziggy and all them are directing it and everybody else, you know, so. Yep, it needs money, y'all, for its habits are not about bushwhacking or sending Ziggy helicopter cotton beds, you know. They're wild and all the wrong shit it's done through the years, about like Blue Gate, Red Gate, yeah. Bluefish, goldfish, I got a fish fucking for your asses if you carry on. Alright? Keep it up. Yep, I'm gonna do some my butt. You as well. Glad to see you're alright. By the way. So, I was a little worried about him. Damn, you're doing good, Di. You're gardening and typing. It's freaking amazing. Bro, what happened? My phone's so dirty. Well, okay, don't figure it. Get that man's dirty dishes. Speaking of y'all, I've got to get screen replaced. Because I done jacked this one up too much. Anyway, but y'all have a good day. Enjoy. I don't know what weather y'all having. And this is the South and East Tennessee attack. I can't even predict this shit. It's wild. But I'm sure we'll have all the weather today. I think it's supposed to get up to 80 something here. Um, but anyway, I don't know what kind of weather y'all having, but enjoy it. Okay, guys. Dance in the rain and the sun and the storms and the hurricanes and you know the F5s and everything else. All right, lasso the tornadoes and get a surfboard for the hurricane. I mean, don't do that. But you know what I mean, right? Stand in the eyes and enjoy the beauty. For the next it's because life storms come and go, but they always pass. Find the little things that help see you through them all. The little things matter, and they always will. And on that note, y'all enjoy your favorite critters, your favorite people, your favorite snacks, your favorite songs, dance wherever the hell you like, sing, even if you can't sing, sing and dance. Every day counts because you never know. We only get one life on this beautiful little speck in these vast cosmos. Enjoy it. Grab it by the horns or rein it in as much as possible, as much as any of us can, I guess. Ride it to the ground, 8 seconds, rinse, repeat. Stand tall and brave and be absolutely yourselves. Find your own skin and wear it well. The world be damned. Wear your battle scars with pride. Not defeat, not shame. Speak loudly. Every voice counts. Every little pebble and every little spark that count. Remember to share those with the world around you every day. The little things. They make a difference. They change and save lives, and they travel the world faster than you could imagine. The ripples become tsunamis. Promise. Promise they do. And as always, please, please share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for Help Canada to save lives from health emergencies, crimes occurring inside of home settings and in public, not just domestic violence. Okay? And I will forever continue to ask you to please share Summer's picture, information, and a caller by her name, which does not remotely stand for smut. And some true crime crazy criminals only worried about 17 cents and payments for online terror rained down upon witnesses in active cases care about it. And want to say, Summer matters, and she always will. So please continue to share her picture, information in fly format, and links to real information to real news sources, real journalists, and real law enforcement agencies and federal agencies that are the true heroes and the true searchers, and those truly searching and never giving up on Summer and giving every tear, blood, sweat, and drop of energy that they can muster for Summer, and they are not giving up on her, nor will they. These are the amazing heroes behind the scenes that you all give no credit to or think of and want to demean or put down every day. I'm telling you, I see it and I know it. These men and women are continuing to work for Summer. They have not forgotten her. They have not given up on her, nor is her case cold. So far from it. They will find her, and they will find the person or persons responsible. Have faith in her light and in them. These men and women, they work tirelessly for her and so many others, including the other 3 cases you true crime critters in the same crew are inundating and trying to overwhelm law enforcement through the state of Tennessee and many other places across this country and into Canada. I'm over. Same acquisition, same hunting crews too. Ain't that wild? But please do continue to share Summer's picture information. Flyer format, her photo and age progression photo, and real information from real journalists, real investigative journalists, real news sources, real local surrounding law enforcement, state police, TBI, and FBI. Put a link above the flyer type basic info and change it out every now and then to a new video, new news article, etc. from the past or present or whenever they appear, or to the Q&A up on the Fed's website for summer, etc. And change them out every now and then so that the right ears and eyes may see or hear the right piece, or have a moment of aha or something drop, or they rethink something they hadn't thought of in a certain way and go, holy shit. And yes, it is possible and it does happen even years or decades after crimes, etc. Do not give up on Summer, and do not give up on whoever may hold the key or knowledge or thing needed, if something is still needed, in order to bring Summer home to her community and to her brothers and those who care about her. And don't give up on the feds. I assure you they are going to find the person or persons responsible. And I will always tell that person or persons that the best thing they can do is to come forward on their own instead of being hunted. Because they are being hunted. Nobody's gonna forget this chaos, the smoke and mirrors, all this shit. No matter, it's not gonna hide you. You will not remain unknown or unfound. You may hope so. It's not gonna happen. The best thing you can do is come forward on your own. Turn yourself in. Tell law enforcement where Summer is. Help get her back home to her community. It's the best thing you can do. And the things you're being hunted by are the best in the world. And they don't give up, and they don't give in, and they don't get smoke and mirrored and man behind the curtains. They don't get played by a bunch of goddamn YouTube criminals and dirty monster asses and cleansing teams, documentary fuckers. They don't care how much you all think so. And all the chaos that can cause, to where a predators can hide behind it. No matter if they're in it or watching it or responsible for it or being the ones to direct it or whatever the case may be. And I'm absolutely positive that the person or persons responsible do watch all of this. I'm absolutely certain of that. Just as I'm certain that they will be captured and put in shackles. So y'all think of those true heroes and those truly working for Summer, especially during these days. Not the trophy hunters, virtue signalers, cookie basket eaters, cash app whatever, bench this, butterflies that, cello whatever, face in front of the news assholes. Content makers, filmmakers, etc. Keep your minds and hearts with those who, behind the scenes and on the ground, the actual ground, are tirelessly working for Summer and always will. They go nameless and faceless to you all, but many of us have met many of them. And we can see in their eyes and we can feel them. And we know they're not giving up on summer. And I could not imagine the weight, amount of pressure, and the nightmares they live with. And some of us have seen how hard they're working for summer, even still, even recently. I'm sorry the world doesn't know all of their names, and that so many of y'all don't get to meet those amazing men and women, or to feel what we feel when we're in contact or around them. I hate that you all think nobody cares about summer, that they've given up on her. And I hate that so many don't even pause to think about how overwhelming all this social media true crime bullshit is on these agencies, and that not not only are they doing this in Summer's case, but Sebastian's, Layla, and Holly's too. That is four, just four across Tennessee that are being inundated, inserted, hunted, and all this stuff with the same agencies, overwhelmed in each other. Well, I won't say overwhelmed, but it's what the intent of this group is. But imagine in each case, and the propaganda and the same crew, and how many falsely calls and all the stuff they're having to weed through just in the state of Tennessee because of this group, let alone all of the other cases they have to work every day. That these people you don't know the names of, the victims, fighters, survivors, murder victims, those who were abducted, and all these other types of crimes these agencies have to work every single day while dealing with you all. Not just one case, Tennessee, which is, I mean, look at even Guthrie's out there in this massive police force. Look at that. And look how inundated this same crew is in that. Law enforcement feds out there telling y'all, like always, get the fuck out of it. Y'all having a very real effect on even something that massive with that much tension on it. Same playbook. Law enforcement sucks. Nobody knows. Blah, blah, blah. Pizza delivery. Blah, 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 blah. Same playbook style, man, with this same group. And you're affecting even that massive of a scale of investigation with it's that high profile. Like, so imagine that 4 times in Tennessee. Plus all the regular caseloads for all these federal, state, and local agencies in Tennessee. God bless these men and women here in Tennessee, working on Summer, Sebastian, Layla, and damn the rest of you all to hell. And for thinking it's high quality entertainment they're working with or for around this absolute ring of criminals on and around social media platforms joined together doing it so many cases over so many years and destroying so many lives and innocence and reputations and just everything, not just for while the case is hot, but forever online. And this, I mean, and things that putting out things that can get people really hurt, destroyed, killed, even if the wrong minds in that case is believed. All for 17 cents a day, right? Or whatever need they have. But I wish, like hell, you all could see and hear on the regular these voices and personalities and the things of these men and women who truly do work tirelessly for Summer. And the others here locally, which are Layla and Holly, and obviously some of those do work on Sebastian's as well that work in Summers. So, and Layla's, etc. So, you know, just that's the thing for some of us locally too. It's like we just don't know Summer or live on Benny&The. We know some of the others and the families and others of the other cases here locally as well. We just don't see so often, and we don't try to make it a thing if we're responsible. Uh, and try not to be part of that shit show. Nor do we see that we have a place in that or a reason to speak. It's enough of a shit show it is, but I promise you, all these agencies are working hard on Summer Layla and Holland's and Sebastian's. And I would encourage you to do the same for all of them as I've asked for you to do with Summers. That is a very tangible way in which to help Summer, law enforcement, families, and communities around all of them is to share their real flyer type information, pictures, age progression photos, and links to real journalists and real police releases of information. That is the most tangible way in which you can help them and true justice and to bring them home and to capture the perpetrators in each of their cases. But I do assure you, these men and women are continuing to work all of their cases and they're not giving up on them. I know that. I see that in person. I don't rely on online to tell me so. So please, especially since we are obviously nearing June 15th, keep in mind all of those who have always worked from second one, minute one, day one, who have continued to tirelessly pour everything they are into Summer. In her case, finding her and finding the person and persons responsible. Leave the creators and their trophies and virtue signaling in the dust. Y'all have a good morning, good evening, good night, wherever y'all are. Much love to all of you. Continue to be pebbles, sparks, and voices. Little things matter. They travel the world, change lives in the world around you every day. Even small smiles given to those experiencing just slightly gray days. They travel onward, my friends. They help shine the light. Much love, my light bringers.